Ollie Skip runs like an idiot.
Ollie Skip does lol.
I
It's
don't
like a
really
dinosaur.
Watch Leicester.
Yeah, I can't
to
really
be
say
fair.
I'm a
Yeah.
big
They compare
avid
one
Ollie
this
Skip
season.
watcher.
The
To
only
be fair,
relegation team I watch is like Tottenham and United.
behave yourselves.
At least you're saying something now.
Every bad word.
Yeah.
Because I was told to.
We kind of can't. We kind of just have to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annoyingly. But speaking of Prem teams such as United, Leicester, and whoever.
Every bad word.
Spurs.
Tottenham.
You support Tottenham. Nice.
No.
Cool. That's on camera. That's on
I
camera.
was talking about relegation teams.
Yeah. Exactly.
My
Like your
club's top
team,
four,
Tottenham.
mate. My club's top four.
Yeah, of course it is. Never going to win title though. And on that note,
What's his club?
hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network.
He's got
This
7.
is a Red show, and we're back doing another one of our top 10 Prem teams per position. So we're going to rank our best 10 right backs today. We did our goalkeepers previously, and now it's time to go through the defenders, starting with right backs.
You know what's funny? You could do a top 10 of your clubs. I'm not even joking. You could.
Who did he put
Anyway, let's
They're
start.
all- they're all-
You made bad word.
We've kind of
15th.
obviously last week we did a top 20. We've tried to cut it to a top 10 this time, and we're going to use that going forward. But we can pick any of the kind of most used right backs in the Prem. So each club's got a right back which is used the most, which I've made a list for, and we're going to pick the top 10 from each of them. So we could have different players. You could have picked somebody like, I don't know, Malo Gusto or something like that. I'm joking, he is in my list as well. But yeah, we could have used any players. He could have put James Justin in. Yeah, maybe. Exactly. So let's crack on. We're going to start with 10th place. Who are our 10th best right backs in the Prem? Starting with Ubaid.
I've gone for Munoz from Crystal Palace. I'll be honest, like a lot of these are interchangeable. I don't feel strongly about too many of the from 5 to 10.
So that's really low for Munoz. Do you guys not agree?
I've got
that's-
Muniz in 10th. But again, I think it's interchangeable.
I feel that's way too low.
That's
He's
a
a
bit
good
mad.
player. He's a good player. If I'm
So why is he
being
not higher
honest
then?
about this list, I'm somewhat confident on the top 5.
The
And then
rest.
after that, the others are interchangeable.
There was a lack of quality. I will say that
There's
when I was looking through
especially
it.
Yeah.
In comparison to left backs.
Yeah. Apart from, Chelsea.
We've got about 45 players per position.
Mate, I don't know how 2 United fans are talking like this. You're 15th? What, 15th?
Doesn't matter. We'll be back top next year. Watch it.
Exactly. How many cups have you won recently? Yeah.
Exactly. You sit there and don't talk. Go on, mate.
So-
You're next.
I've got Matty Cash.
Yes. Okay.
I feel
Interesting.
like what you said. It's not exactly a great list. I feel like the top, the bottom really 4 can really be interchangeable. So that's why I've gone Matty Cash a little bit too low.
Yeah, we have an interesting relationship with Matty Cash here at the Podcast Network. Not allowed to give any details, but yeah, it's an interesting. It's interesting. He's not made my list. If I'm being honest, I don't think he's quite good enough, and he hasn't been up for it this season. If I'm being honest, but that's just my opinion. Don't sue me. In 10th for me, I've gone with Kenny Tete out of Fulham.
Okay.
I think he's had a decent season. Fulham have had a decent season. A bit overlooked because obviously Robinson's been as good as he has been, but I think it definitely makes it into my top 10.
He's not going in my team.
Ooh,
I just feel like there's better options.
not with Matty Cash though.
I'd say Matty Cash is better.
We'll come back onto it. In all fairness, we'll come back onto it. 9th place. We'll go back around this time. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 9th for me.
Only.
Yeah, for me. I think there have been better options. Key players that have made it into the squad. I think it's got to be Wan-Bissaka for me. Moving on, going back round. So reverse order.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I said. If you listen, you get
I've
the
gone
reverse.
Matty Cash. 9th.
Did you not just hear me
Did
say
you
reverse order?
just reverse order?
Reverse order.
Yeah.
So,
we've gone
you
this
went
way,
round,
right?
and then we
we've
go
gone
back
this
round.
way.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
Why'd you look at me?
He was looking at him.
Language. Jesus.
I've gone with
Christ.
Rico Lewis.
Okay.
I mean, City don't really have a right back. I mean,
they
well,
do.
since Walker's gone, I mean, they
Yeah.
don't really play with four
Mm.
at the back. They've
Yeah.
kind of a
Even
three-back.
before Walker left, he wasn't really
Yeah.
playing. So
Yeah, he's still got quite a lot of potential, and he is quite good for England.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not made my list.
Oh.
He's
He hasn't
he's,
made mine.
he's not made yours either. Oh, I've got some backing.
Oh.
Yes, come on. Has he made your list?
He has.
Ooh,
High-
But I don't. He's quite low.
good. Okay, cool.
He's very low on my list.
Who's your ninth place, Lenny?
Tete.
Yeah.
Fulham.
Cool.
I
Nice.
think he could be higher.
Possibly, but there are some good options going forward
Yeah.
for the rest of this. I think, annoyingly, I think we've got like 9 good options, and then you're kind of left with like that kind of 10th spot to fill with a bit of a stinker, if I'm being honest. But Tete's not that bad, to be fair. But well, you already blurted
I
yours out.
wouldn't
Do you want to say
make
anything else about him?
Not really. No.
Okay,
him.
cool.
Fuck
Fine,
him.
fine. I'm on a podcast. I want to talk.
I just said fuck him.
Yeah, 2 words. Well
He
done. I'm
deserves
proud
it.
of you.
He actually does.
Who's your 8th place then, mate?
I've gone Tete.
Okay, so now we see Tete in yours. So,
Yeah.
so I feel like we've got him around the right area. Then.
I feel like we do. We literally have all the same players, but just random order. Because I don't think there's any difference between any of them.
Well, I haven't got Rico Lewis, and you have got Rico Lewis. There is a difference.
I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
See, this guy doesn't know how to listen, does he? He does not know how to listen.
Well, we're similar.
No.
We've all said cash.
Lenny.
I hate this list. I really do. Hopefully I can say I'm biased for saying this. Pedro Porro. I think very often he's a bit rational, I think, in some decisions that he makes. That's why it's there for me.
Yeah.
I also support Arsenal as well, so hopefully there's a deflection out of it.
He has made my list, but he's a lot higher for me.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone with Wan-Bissaka as the number 8.
Okay, so yeah, we're about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like I might be a little bit biased for this, but I think he deserves to be above the 2 players we've already spoken about. Mazraoui makes it into this list for me, and he makes it in at number 8. A little drop of in form recently since we moved to a back 3, but under Ten Hag, he was our best player probably by far, and he was quality. I think playing it as a defensive role, so playing as a wide centre back or a full back, I think that's
And that's
quality.
stint at Cam as well. Centre attacking midfield.
We don't talk about that. Ten Hag lost his marbles, but now he can't even get the Dortmund job. It's mad. I don't know how he didn't get that over what's his face, Kovac.
Kovac, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Got Bundesliga experience, Kovac. Bayern and
Bundesliga
Wolfsburg.
experience of being shit.
Didn't he get sacked at Bayern really early on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. He didn't last.
He wasn't bad at Wolfsburg.
This is one shining light. He's not done anything since. Ridiculous. Anyway, move on. Number 8. Was it number 8 or have we moved
7.
on? 7.
Mazraoui.
Mazraoui.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was really good at the start when he first came into United.
Malo Gusto. In 7th place. Not done enough for me this season to warrant going any higher.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Is he 7th for you as well?
No, I went extremely biased.
I should have seen that going.
But he hasn't been that good this season.
No, he was much better last season, and he had really good form last season. Then he just kind of dropped off. Reece James coming back and
I
everything.
think part of the reason is because Maresca doesn't play like traditional fullbacks,
No.
so he's had to either invert or be like the right centre back. And I think he's much better as like an attacking right back, like last year.
Bring back the attacking fullbacks, 100%.
Yeah.
Who was number 7 for you?
I've gone Tino Livramento.
A bit low.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a shock, but no, it isn't. I've got him. I've got him as well. Pretty similar position. So,
Oh. I just feel like the top 5 are really like statements. I'd say even the next pick as well. I feel like they're just confirmed positions.
yeah.
So I just don't reckon I could have put.
I think
that
we can
much higher,
be.
to fair.
The order isn't going to be the same, but I feel like we have got the similar players for the rest of the
Yeah.
positions. But who have you got in 7th, Ubaid?
I went Rico Lewis. I mean, based off this season, because I don't think it's warranted, but I think overall you can sort of justify it. I don't think there's much difference between him, Cash, Tete. I think they're all similar.
Yeah, to be fair, probably yeah. I'd back that, but
I don't think they're bad, but I don't think they're like compared to left backs.
I think
There's-
Tete and Wan-Bissaka have done more they've contributed more for their individual teams, whilst with Lewis, it's kind of City are kind of being carried by Haaland
Yeah,
Well,
I
Well,
didn't put a West Ham player in mind.
Well,
they're on a bit of a drop off now. but
Yeah, thankfully. Oh mate, the feelings of seeing them drop off was just magical.
They were
Enjoyed
so
it so
close
much.
to the recreating of the Mick McCarthy clip. It's like 1 win in 17. Can't get any worse, can it?
It can.
In terms of results, Mick, 1 win in 17. It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
It can. So close.
But yeah, it just doesn't quite make it for me. But I understand why you're saying it. Have you got a sixth place?
Got Mazraoui.
Nice. I feel like I've been a bit unfair on Mazraoui. I feel like I could have
as well.
I
put him a
think
bit higher.
I think you have.
I don't think he's been bad since what's his name, Amarim's come in,
He's been having to play left mid, and that just
Yeah.
isn't his position at all.
He's-
That's what I thought.
because he's not an inverted wing back or whatever. Wing or
No,
whatever.
he is an inverted wing back. He's just not a attacking wing.
Yeah. He played left back, but he was more balanced. Not really.
Yeah, he was a lot more. He could play defensively, and that was fine.
He's not a winger. Like
He's nowhere near a
No.
winger. No. I don't know why we played him in the 10. It just doesn't work.
I feel like he was just trying to like match fix or like sabotage you one last time.
He definitely got like
must.
a few quid off the back of that.
Got an acca. Mazraoui to play in the 10.
Maybe he just got drunk. He's like, you know, it'd be funny if I play Mazraoui number 10. But
Just desperate, basically. Lenny.
This is for sixth place, Gusto.
Okay.
Chelsea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sixth.
I've gone Porro.
Ooh.
You know he is reckless.
Yeah,
He's so good going forward.
he is good going forward.
That's why he's kind of higher up the list.
He would be a perfect Man United signing, actually. Thinking about it, if we could
Yeah.
afford him, he would be perfect at that right mid spot.
But just doing negotiations with Levy is going to be
Oh, you're never going to do it. But
exactly.
if he was on a free transfer, I'd snap that up so quickly. Oh, 100%. Sixth for me is Livramento. I think he's had to pick up that Trippier space slot very, very quickly. Probably quicker than he would expected to do so. I think everyone was expecting Trippier to last a little bit longer than he did before he just kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
He might still go to Turkey, I believe.
Trippier.
I'm pretty sure I saw links to Gala or Besiktas. I forget which one. I've seen links. So I don't know whether or not that's actually going to happen because they've got a bit of a bigger window now. Because he might still go, but I think everyone was expecting him to last, and he's just kind of had a really
so
shit
sudden.
season.
Yeah.
So he's done a good job, and he's been a good threat going forward, but solid defensively as well. So stable in that kind of Newcastle defence. But Porro has made it into my team at fifth. So again, very aggressive. Has been a very good goal scorer for Tottenham from unlikely positions, and he's kind of, if you look back at the start of last season, where he kind of first had like Van de Ven and a Doggy and all that, and you look how good they were in that first 10 games before the Chelsea apocalypse that you kind of caused. How good he was, their key player in that. And you think how good Udogie was, how good Van de Ven was, how good Romero was. He was their key player, and that is tricky to do, especially as a defender.
Yeah, he was like an FPL pick.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
number one FPL pick.
First defender in your team. He's been in my team this season as well. I've taken him out recently because there've been other defenders that have done better, but he was one of my first picks this season as well.
I mean, at 5 I've gone Mazraoui. I feel like there's a little bit of United bias, but I feel like he has just been the best signing that we've done in recent.
Oh, the value for money is ridiculous,
exactly.
right? For, what was it, 12 million, 30 million?
Something around that.
And he will be able to cover our backline for years now as just like another rotational option, and can also play in the wing back roles. And okay, we joke about it, but he can play in the 10 roles as well. So you just have this kind of player who can play anywhere and is somewhat decent in all of them.
Yeah.
And you look at the likes of Dallo and you're like, okay, Mazraoui's just as good as you on both flanks.
Yeah.
Why are we keeping you when he can do that and also play centre back and also play attacking mid? So it's better value for money to sell someone like Dallo and keep Mazraoui and just have him around the squad the entire time.
Yeah. And
Makes a lot of sense.
if properly needed, he could just do a half decent job at centre half.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Save bringing on Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans can finally retire. We can let him go.
Keep on the coaching staff though. I reckon he'd do all right.
Under 18's manager for me, and then just like slowly build him up.
Yeah.
Fifth place for me, Wan-Bissaka for West Ham. I think it's been fantastic for West Ham. It's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Going forward, he's done really well.
They have started playing 4 fullbacks. They did that at the weekend, West Ham, and they played Kufal behind him. It was a bit of a like, oh my god, it's just a war on the left flank. But
He's been fantastic for West Ham.
again, I will take this to the grave. The best one-on-one defender in the league. He is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
he just can't attack.
He's gotten best.
He has gotten better. He has
forward.
gotten better. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's still not quite enough.
And he's still
No.
probably one of the best at, I'd say the best tacklers in the game.
Yeah.
Like, them slide tackles.
I always wondered why we never tried to play him at right centre back.
In a back three.
I always wondered if we could have played him at right centre back in the back three, because I think if you focus in on his attributes, which are the best, which is defending attributes, and let a winger just use that right flank and be the attacking force, he could have been a Champions League level player and a proper key player for us. But it never would have worked in either Ten Hag's or Amorim's systems, so we had to just get gone annoyingly. But it is what it is. West Ham are using him very well. So
Yeah, I went Gusto out of bias, to be honest. But
is that
I think
fifth, though?
I think last season you definitely could have justified like him being around this high. This season he hasn't been as good, but again, I don't think it's his fault at all.
No.
He's not really the role that suits him. Shall I go straight to number 4?
Go straight to number 4.
I went for Livramento. Might be a bit high. Well, it's a bit higher than all of you, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it's quite high.
Yeah, it's quite high for Livramento, mate. Like it's
I
a
put
bit
Livramento
mad.
fourth.
Yeah.
Huh?
I put
Okay.
Livramento fourth.
Both of you.
Again,
Yeah.
I think that's a bit mad. You know,
I
like
think you think's better than him out of these. Like, actually, where
Plenty.
you'd say clearly
well,
better.
we're going to talk about my
Well, I
stick
can
for number
name
4 in a
six.
minute.
I can name 6 that are better than him based on the
What,
list.
clearly better?
Yeah, and I've got 5
I
better.
don't think
Like,
they are.
okay, it's 6th and 4th. Like it's a bit of a, it's not far off, but at the same time, like, would I have him as my 4th pick for a right back? No, not right now. He's still young. He's not matured enough yet. He's not ready yet.
No.
He's on this list purely because there are no good options.
Well, there are good options, but there's no great options.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, great options. But I don't think
Well,
he
I mean,
just
I'd
has
say there's
top.
pretty good options, great options.
Well, I think there's 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Like,
I think there's 4,
mhm.
and the rest of them are a bit like they're a bit hit and miss. And I'm just like, Livramento is my top 4 right back. No,
Yeah.
not at all.
See, I've gone with Munoz.
I've gone with Munoz at number 4.
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense. Like he's been Palace's key player, even when they had a poor run of form. That he was still up for it. Good form, come from another league which is considered poor in quality and stepped up to the level. Like that's exactly what you want to see. And he's not exactly a young man either. So take from that what you will.
Has he scored a couple of goals?
He scored a couple
Yeah.
goals. Yeah, exactly.
I'd-
Well, that's the thing about playing right wing back. There you go.
Yeah.
I'd take Munoz over Gusto any day.
Oh, mate, 100%.
Easily.
I'd take my nan over Munoz every day, over Gusto every day.
Well, you're 15th. We're 4th.
He's a quality goalkeeper, my nan.
Oui.
Hey.
Let that take over.
I understood it, but
He just doesn't
it's so
care.
funny.
Rude from you, babe. Come on. Okay, so we'll move on to number 3 then. It's going down. It's going timber.
Yeah.
You guys are so rude. What? It's a good reference. Come on.
It's alright.
Yeah, I've gone Timber as well.
Timber in 3rd.
I've gone Aina.
Oh,
third.
Minor in first.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Keane's
I don't
head.
think
Keane
there's
not
too much
happy.
difference between the top 3. I'll say that much. I don't think there's too much difference.
Oh, we got mate. Aina is clear.
It's been fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
No, mate. No, it's
I'm
not
doing
just
this on a
fantastic. He's been
long-term scale.
clear.
Has
just
Timber
this
been
season.
fantastic?
Have you got Timber above
He's
him?
been solid.
Timber's in 2nd for me.
You've got Timber over Aina.
Oh, I think if you look at certain games Timber's played, the composure he's got in the ball is what we've missed. I think as what we've had in defence for a long time.
No, don't get me wrong. I
We,
really
we
rate
go
him, but
forward well with him. If you look at him in
This
the
is
Tottenham
outrageous.
game and a few other games we've had this season, he's been pivotal.
I rate
It
him,
may
but
be
come on.
bias, but for me,
100%
Yeah.
biased.
for me,
Mate, no,
110%
You're
biased.
you've yeah no.
I'll stand by that.
No. Your
I haven't
best
seen-
players
I
have
haven't
not
seen
been
enough
at fullback.
of Forest.
You can stand on your own.
No.
You can stand by that on your ones.
Timber is as high as he is purely because he's been solid. Like he's been useful and like he hasn't made any mistakes. Like he's not done anything wrong. That does not mean he's done anything particularly right either. He's just kind of been in there and been solid. He's not set the world alight. He's not
It's just been
Won
like
games
7
for
out of
you.
10.
He's
I think
not-
some games has been really good for us.
No, he's been
really good, yeah, but he's not
Yeah.
won games for you. The top 2, The top two are top
Yeah,
two
they're
because
standouts.
they win
Game-
games for you.
Game changers.
Game changers, 100%.
Also, I think there's a difference between the top two and Timber. Like I think it's top two, Timber, then a gap, and then the rest.
There's a
is-
top two, a gap, then there's Timber, then there's another gap.
Yeah,
Then it's just everybody else.
I've gone Timber as well. Number
This is
3.
the shit. Timber number 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Who's your number 2 then?
I've gone for Trent's.
I've gone for Trent,
I've also gone with Trent.
and you're
Yeah.
on Timber.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
the Timber second.
Yeah.
Timber second, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, Lloyd. Timber, Trent is second. It's got to be. He's been good. No, he's been good, and obviously he's in a title-winning team, which is mad, which is great. But he's not. Right. So he's a game changer, and he does win you games, 100%. But he's not your key player. He's not. He's not. You got Salah, and you got Diaz as well, and a couple of others. But Ola Aina, man. Forest, yeah, it's mad where they are, and also Ola Aina is the guy.
Yeah,
He is the guy.
he-
He's the guy winning it for you. Like goals, assists, playing both fullback roles as well. Like he's not just a right back. Like play on the wing. It's mad.
That's the thing. Like before, he was more like defensive. You didn't think he was that good attacking wise, and I think he might have played wing back, but he wasn't.
He played right mid and left mid for,
Yeah,
for
Torino,
Torino.
yeah.
100%. So we knew he could play wing back, and then obviously he went to Fulham on loan and a couple other places and played as like a traditional
Yeah.
fullback. But he can attack as well. We always knew he could.
And he's just created the most chances for Forest, but excluding Chris Wood.
He's just putting on a plate, and Chris Wood is finishing it every
Exactly.
single time. It's like
I feel like he's done.
what?
I feel like he's done more than Trent.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Like, obviously,
Yeah.
when Trent went through that tough period of him wanting to go to Real Madrid, he didn't exactly play that well.
To be
but
fair,
He
it
still
was-
wants to
it was
go.
A short period, but
he still wants to
it was
go.
I don't think Trent was bad for that long, but
He's not been bad. This is the thing. Right?
Yeah.
He's still a game changer, and he still wins Liverpool games. Like we can't. Let's not gloss over the fact that Trent is an incredible right back, and he's
Yeah.
going to be at Real Madrid next season.
Yeah,
Like, let's
100%.
not gloss over that fact. But I want to say it's expected that Liverpool will be challenging for a title.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
all agree that that's what we expect of Liverpool,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
they
did you
are.
have, Forest?
excluding like form and stuff? Like if you look at the Premier League as an overview, don't think about form, don't think about like last season, whatever. Let's think about the biggest teams. Liverpool are one of the biggest teams, and we expect them to challenge.
Yeah.
We do. Like, let's be honest. So we expect their right back to contribute to that winning team. I expected Forest
To get relegated.
either get relegated
Be
or
down
be
there.
down there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're in the top 4.
Yeah.
Like, and this guy is their key player. So like, it's got to be top for me.
I mean, hopefully they keep up the form and they get European football.
I think they probably will. And it's
I mean,
mad.
I
that
think
they
they're
don't.
destined
It's
to get
mad,
European
but they will.
I mean, if Chris Wood gets injured there,
yeah, in the bin. But
I think 5 teams will get Champions League anyway.
it's just annoying
So
he's
even
from
if they
Cobham.
don't-
Like.
Lack Cobham.
Lack Cobham, fucking hell. Yeah, it's just annoying that he's from Cobham because I'm going to get it in the neck from Tom and Ubay that he's one of theirs. Like,
He's one other. Yeah, we should.
I
get
linked him with Premier League clubs years ago before he even went to Fulham, and I was like, no one ever took a risk on him, and suddenly Forest take a risk on him, and he's amazing. Surprise, surprise. Like, and on that note, that brings our top 10 to the end. What do you guys think? Would you guys have put someone else in this list? Have we missed somebody out that's key, or would you guys have done it in a different order? Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow us on all our other platforms, including X, TikTok, Instagram, and we'll catch you next time for another Red Show.